Hopefully it's not gone. Hopefully it's still there. Oh no! Alright, I am back. I just grabbed a quick bite and I gave myself plenty of time to do it. Okay, sorry about dropping the stream there. I clicked the wrong button. So let's look at, let me take a look at what is left to do. I think Javier mentioned that he had an issue out about the thing I just fixed. So let's take a look at issues. It says groups of items, crash the game and try to pick an item from that group. It says create a mod with weapon groups 6 and 7 with no items in them. Sometimes the game crashes when visiting a merchant or entering a new floor on the level. Sometimes new added armor types just erase everything the number group they're placed on. Let me try reproing this and see if this is actually the issue of his. So use this default number. So create a mod that adds new weapons to groups 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this is the one he's thinking should be fixed. So let's see if we can test this fix. Yeah, so I think what happening is it doesn't erase everything in the group. I think it fails to load your mod. So basically, we try to load your mod content, and if something's bad, we just bail and don't load any of your mod content. So let's just try that. So it says armor group 6 or 7. So Chris says, how does a subscribe mod appear in game? It should just automatically be loaded, which is why it's better to make stuff that plays well with others than try to have your because if you try to make total conversions, people have to subscribe and unsubscribe to make them behave properly, at least currently. So right now, if I click subscribe, you'll see my item downloading here. Okay, my thing downloaded correctly, so now I can go to Delver and play. Play. And let me see. Play. Okay. Range. So the issue with Hoppier is, yeah, so they just show up. So once you subscribe to something, it just merges it in with the regular Delver content. So it should just go. And again, if I don't, if I don't want to play with the gun stuff, then I just go back in and I disable it, or at least I unsubscribe from it. Cool. So that seems to be working okay. And let's see about fixing Javier's problem. So, real quick, let's just make a file, new window, then open folder, Delver, engineer, assets, mods, folder, cancel. So I want to create a new folder. We'll call this bug repro. And then we'll create a folder underneath that called data. And then we'll create a file in here called items.dat. And then here we just need to lift out. It is going to be Chris is saying my HLD mod might be broken. Then the items aren't in the debug menu. Yeah, I can take a stab at your HLD mod. So let's real quick. Let's wrap up Javier's bug, and then I'll get to Chris, your Hyperlight Delver mod. So we need to, let's go ahead and just split that out. Over here, let's just open up this. So it needs to be a dictionary of the type armor. And then the first key in there needs to be like a 6, because I think armor doesn't have that. Just a list of armors. So let's just look at items.net and armor are more weird. Yes. Just copy this piece here. And we will paste it there. And well, someone created this really cool thing to clean up Delver Delver JSON, and I always forget to save it, but I need to. There we go. So this is just a sloppy JSON converter thing. So if I paste sloppy JSON here, and then I hit process and copy result, nice. So then I should be able to go over here and just paste it. Oh, it doesn't preserve the new lines? I think if I treat this as JSON, I can also go selection. I think there's a format document somewhere here. Go somewhere. Command palette, format document. There we go. Nice. Let's get rid of this trailing comma. Cool. Save. And okay, and this is going to be debug armor. So if I run it, we should see it. Yeah, I think those groups can be any number, but I think the problem is those numbers are used based on what dungeon level you're on. So anything beyond the ruins, like you won't be able to see items in those groups. We rarely pull stuff out of level or out of depth, but you probably wouldn't ever see your stuff if you go beyond like our group 7. So armor 6. Debug armor, it's there. Okay. So really quick, quit. So if I go to, I think it's the item manager, if I undo all these changes and save and now run it, it should either crash or it should, or the content should just not load. I'm thinking it'll bail on loading the mod. Cool. So any errors? Yeah, error loading. Well, yeah. So again, if I hit K, armor 6. Oh yeah. It was doing something really nasty there. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, yep. It's probably because it was checking the melee. It was checking the melee list, and it didn't contain the armor, so it blew away the whole list rather than merging the list. So yeah, that I'm pretty sure now that that issue is fixed. So we just go here to Delaware Changes, Item Manager. We just discard those changes. And then let me just go here to this and okay. Open like a new tab. Let me look at my commits to Delver. And this is, let me just, I can just, sorry. And then issues, I already have it. Fixed with Control V, and then put a number. Is that right? Oh, sorry. Fixed. There we go. Fixed with commit. So comment, and then let me close the issue, and then over here, fixed will be in next update. Close and comment. Cool. Okay, so let's take a look at Chris. Chris is saying he's having issues with his Hyperlight Delver mod. So let's take a look at that. So again, let's fire up Steam. Workshop for discussions. Delver. Workshop. Cool. Looks like yeah, it looks like there's the Bluestone put up his spear mod. Looks like Chris put the Jungle Nomad mod up, which is cool. Let me see items. No. There are tags. Maybe we should tag. Browse. Kind of browse by Chris. Chris's workshop. There we go. Hyperlight Delver. Subscribe. Cool. Okay, it looks like that was pulled down. Library, games, Delver, play. Chris says, see all. A bit odd, I grabbed the HW Mod Workshop content folder and moved it to a mods folder on the Delver folder, and it works. So it looks like it's a problem with how it's getting hooked up. Play. So I think Chris added Melee, Group 1, Drifter Blade. So it looks like it's going okay for me, Chris. You might want to, again, make sure you, I would opt into the beta branch and then verify your cache. Just because I was, for some folks, I was handing out private builds, and maybe that's an issue. Sweet. Cool. Cool. Sorry, Chris went unsubscribe for the time being. Okay. Cool. Spears. Okay. I think I was going to look at the Delver issues page for March. We still have a lot. I'm going to cut this one because we haven't seen it reported in a very long time. I think it was an issue with an older version of libgdx, so I will cut it, and we can, if people report it, we can reopen it. But I've not heard of folks talking about this one in a very long time. Sorry, let me go back to here. Empty groups of items crashing and try to pick a group from. Let me see. So Hemebond, yeah, you can. So folks who are joining in kind of late, if you want, you can go to Steam and you can opt into the Delver beta branch. So library, games, Delver, properties, and betas, and hit beta branch, and then you can kind of make your way to the workshop. It's not easily available, but you can get there. And there's some content out there that you can play around with right now. I know Chad converted his boarding party game into a mod for Delver, and that is out there on the workshop, which is pretty cool. This is still an issue. This one I'm going to push because it's not a big deal. I'm going to push it out to future, which means it would be nice to fix, but if we don't fix it, I'm not going to be upset. Again, I don't know if we can fix this either. I mean, sometimes enemies just get stuck on Geo. They're not super smart. I'll push this out to future as well. Okay. Some of these we've had forever, and we just haven't really got around to fixing. Like this high DPI mouse thing, I'm not sure if it's what's going on here. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to cut it, but there is a workaround. I'll push it out to the May update. And to be honest with you, the May update is probably going to be more like the June update, depending upon. So let's look at this. This is a bad one. We need to fix this one eventually. This one is also workaroundable because you shouldn't be, the mod creator shouldn't be doing this. But I can certainly test this out. The issue is not with the high DPI monitor. The issue is with the high DPI mouse. So if you have a mouse that's running like at 1,000 hertz, sometimes the game slows down. Okay, I can try this out real quick. Let me see what happens. So in our bug repo, items.dat, armor, let's also make a group 8. And it's going to be an empty list because we're bad. Let's see how bad Delver chokes on that. Nice play. Cool. So actually, let me back out real quick and put the HUD back at a normal, at 100% if I can make it. There we go. Oh. There we go. It's also weird that 100% is like off of the middle, but oh well. I can live with that. Cool. Okay. Armor 8? Huh. So that's not crashing. Is that what you meant, Javier? Or did you mean something else? Hemebond says, why does Delver store user data under its Steam directory? You mean like the save file stuff? Is that your question? Let's go looking at our issues. I don't know. I think it's just how we've always done it. We don't really muck around with people's OSs. Javier says it crashes when you visit a vendor or enter a level. No, that's not it, Joshua. Come on. Yeah, we're just going to leave it where it is. We don't really have a big impetus to put it somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, Chad is here. He can kind of, I guess, better describe why things are the way they are. So yeah, so okay, Drunk's triple barrel machine gun. Oh, the guns are cheap. I guess I didn't update their cost. Sometimes, yeah, it crashes when I spawn. So let me also try the same thing with group 6 then. So he said, Javier is saying maybe this group 6 is also empty. I could spawn something from armor group 6 and see if that repros. If anything, I think there's the Steam Cloud has a way um, of saving stuff like that. If anything, I think that's a route we'd go. But again, I don't know. It just depends how strongly people feel about that stuff. Armor group 6. Yeah, I'm not sure, Javier. I can't. I can certainly try it. Yeah, again, probably when you enter a new level because it fires up a loot generating system trying to ask for loot to populate the level. Okay. Cannon 20. I don't have any cannon ammo, so no thanks. Oh, I did. I bought it. Oh no. Okay, I have the cannon, but no ammo. Okay. I'm wondering, Javier, if this might have been an issue with the way that we were merging items. And I also see what you mean about the whole shadow color with not playing well with the fog. Yeah, we should do something about that. Maybe that sounds like a Chad task. I'll go ahead and close this bug out, Javier, just because it is kind of edge casey. Like people have to create mods with this content, and I can't repro it. So for the time being, I'll close it, and if it happens up again, just reopen it on me, and if you can, give me the mod that repros it. That would be helpful. So I think it was this one. That one's closed, I believe. Yeah. And then this one. No repro. Close the comments. After fixing number 15, I can no longer get this to repro. Rows and comments. Cool. Hemon says, do wands charge up now? Wands have always had a charge animation, but they don't. All it does is it zooms the camera slightly and gives you a crosshair, I believe. The crosshair might be there all the time now. That may have been something that's changed. So let's look at our March milestone. We're slowly making progress on this, and some of this stuff may get pushed because I don't know if it's a blocker for what we want to do. Yeah. This incorrect tiles one is still around. I don't want to hold up the March update for that, so let's go ahead and push it to May. Let's go back to issues, milestones. Let's look at May, and let's also edit this milestone, and let's call it June, because to be honest, that's probably closer to, let's just set the first Saturday in June, so changes. Sort by closest due date. Yeah. Again, these lava moats and fountains are not spawning. This is through the Gen Info stuff. I don't want to hold the update up on this either, so I'll put it to June. That's just like a polish thing. It was March. This is bad. These are the same. I guess I created the same issue. Okay, so do I have? Let me see which. I should probably close the newer one because that's a. So the older one. Unless did I link it? Just Control C. Let me edit this. Nope. Edit this. Follow up. Control V. Update comment. Okay, so this is the. So we'll keep the older one around, and we'll close out. Yeah, we'll close this one out. This is a duplicate issue of number 53. Close comments. Cool. So the March the March update is looking like it to be in better shape. The ability to rebind gamepad buttons. That would be nice. I had somebody talk about that on one of my YouTube channels, or on my YouTube channel, singular. Yeah, and again, yeah, this is true of any software development. Like I work for both Lexmark and Microsoft, and this is kind of how we kind of triage and look at issues. So if like some of these issues are stop the line, and some of these issues are not super pressing, so like that's why we have these milestones. So the milestones correspond to like updates we would like to release. So this March and this June they have concrete like days to be released, and then I have this one called Future, which is set into 2020, and this is just kind of like a general bucket, so we don't forget to address these things, but they also may never get around to. Um, I guess folks go either way on this practice. Some people are really strict about if you're not going to fix something to close it, and other people don't mind putting it out into a future update where we may get to it or not. So like really quick, just edit this milestone. And we just put it the last day of March. Save changes. Yeah, so we still need it. We're still going to try to get this out in March. I don't see it slipping since we already have a beta out there. I think it's in a decent enough spot. And the fact that people are uploading mods is really, really cool. So with our March, so this one is kind of a deal breaker for some folks. Um, I'm not sure if this is an issue with libgdx or not. Um, yeah. Hawaii Beach, that also implies that we have a icon ready to go. So saying it's a one-line fix isn't 100% true. Okay. Let me see if I can take a look at this one. Equipable items disappear if used from hotbar slot 1. Um, if you are already wearing a piece of armor, yeah. So I know how to repro this. Let's see if we can. Hotbar. There we go. Hotbar. Yeah, I think it's just Hawaii Beach. I think it's just an old screenshot that we've been using. Ideally, for the final version, we would have a nice icon. Init buttons, multi-hatch button. This looks like armor. Is there a use? Inventory use. Okay, let's try that and see what's going on. Okay. Oh, yep. Let's turn off these. Continue. Cool. So, okay. I have a whole bunch of old junk breakpoints floating around. Armor 1. Skull cap. Okay. Armor 1. Skull cap. So if I put 1 on, and I put this one in my slot 1, if I hit 1, what happens? So player equip. So let's step into this. Step. So item pause 0. Your selected bar item, not null, it's a bar. Okay. With instance of change held item, and equip armor, okay. Armor, equip armor. Swap pause equals inventory index of item. Swap pause is 0 because it's in the hotbar slot 0. So this, interesting. So this looks to be our little the gotcha. Yeah, I think that's what's making it disappear. Oh, wait, equipped items. Inventory index of. Inventory set. Yeah, so that disappeared it. So if I spawn in another piece of armor, I put it in, let's just try that. That should swap it. If I put that there and click 6, there we go. So into there, into so that's inventory number 5. Swap pause, yeah, 5. So it should probably be greater than equals, probably. I think that's what that's all about. Let me just take a quick peek at equip. Or there should be an equip something, right? Equipped. Let me back up. Equip armor, change held item, because that behaves differently, right? Okay, held item. Let me just try changing that that equality and see if that is what is the issue. So I have a feeling that is. Okay. Play. Okay. Armor 1 skull cap. Okay. Armor 1 skull cap. Okay, let's pick them both up. Alright, let's put 1 on our head, 1 in slot 1, hit 1. Okay. 7, 8. swap pause 0. So I think, let's see. Yeah, I think that swapped them. Let me create a different type of helmet. 4? Steel helmet. There we go. Yeah, that looks to be doing what I expect it to do. Sweet. Cool. And I think if Javier is correct, I think it only should happen, well, at least looking at the code, it looks like it should only happen on armor items. So I think those are the only other equipables. I think the held item works fine. I could just test that out real quick, but I'm pretty confident it does work fine. I guess it is different because also like there's no like the armor has these like these little slots to drop your weapon to. So I think all these slots are considered armors, and this is considered yeah. I don't think I can actually repro it in the same kind of fashion because it's just an entirely different thing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, let me just go ahead and close out that bug. Now let me just review my changes real quick, make sure I'm just changing just that. Okay. So fixing issue with disappearing armor. And here's a little GitHub tip. You can say fixes and then number, and then let's say wait, not 61. I think I kept the older one around, right? 53. So 53 should be the one I want. 53, yep. Because number 53, which is cool. So when I commit this and sync it, GitHub will actually close that issue for us, which is nice. And it creates that little link between the issue and the commit. So then over here on my GitHub page, it's closed, and it has a little commit. Nice. Okay. Oh man. So these are probably a little bit bigger issues that Shad might be better suited to fixing. The rebind gamepad buttons. I don't know if you. I mean, let me just. I know our gamepad support is kind of there, kind of not. There's also, I think Steam also added a layer too. Between them and us, the support joystick or controllers. So let me just see what's going on if I launch it with my little joystick or my gamepad connected. Options, input. Back, new, play. So we do have joystick support. Ah, let's get that. Okay. I mean, we really do need to have some sort of inventory management solution. So how does... Was this the use? No? Yeah, so the UX on that's really weird too. Can you do that with the PC version? Oh, weird. Okay. It also looks like this dialogue isn't exactly working correctly either with the joypad. Weird. I'd say I've broken the world. Yeah, I've heard some interesting stuff when using both the mouse and the joystick arise. Like sometimes if they like have a level up, I think they'll lose their mouse maybe. So that looks to work okay with the joypad. This is a little awkward. We probably should just auto switch whenever you do this, rather than having this red mode that requires you to hit a special button. Okay. That's a nice ring. Sweet. It is relatively playable with the gamepad. But yeah, we definitely need to improve our gamepad support as far as like rebinding and some of the UX. Some of the UX around our hotbar just needs to be fixed, I think. Yep, no worries, Shad. It's always good. At least get some eyes on this. Yeah. Yeah, it would be really nice to have inventory support from the gamepad as well. I mean, obviously we haven't given it as much love as we ought. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Chad is the other developer working on this game. He does the lion's share of the programming. He does a good chunk of the design. He does a lot of the business into stuff, and that's cutting in the chat. Okay. And Hawaii Beach, like, you don't have too much faith. It's just until you've worked on a project of this scale, it's really hard to, I guess, grasp like just how many possibilities there are for us to try to nail down and make solid, you know. And we are two people working on this in our free time, as we have time, and there's just thousands of things that we would like to fix, and we just have to prioritize, man. Like there's always a trade-off. It's like making a perfect thing means you'll probably never release it, right? And this has been true of any industry that I've worked in. Okay, so it looks like this is getting into a better state. I wanted to let's look. I have another mod I want to put out there too. So let me play. I got the gun mod out. Let me also put out the that character. The character pack I made. So also let me real quick. So these are Reveal and Explore. These are just the ones in my Delver repo, so I can blow those away. I know for my example mods, That changes, and I want to keep this around because that's useful, but I probably don't want this. So let's if I get ignore, I want to ignore mod info.json. There we go. Cool. So I don't want to commit my mod info stuff. I just want to we try to QA as we go, as best we can. Cool. Adding workshop preview thumbnail, so commit that. And I think I also wanted to play around with this character story pack. And I think right now how I have the items defined is not great. I always have these crazy prefix enchantment stuff, which I'd rather not do. I'd rather just have a base mod. I think Chad made the change that we can add base mods to items now. So let me just take a look at let's say weapon. So weapons should have base mods. So I ought to and it's just an item mod, so that's fine. So I should be able to. I think these prefix enchantments are. I think there's item modifications at the end of the day. Yeah, this is just an item modification right here. So I should be able to change this to a base mod. And that should work. Cross my fingers. Base mods, plural. And I think I no longer need the name property on that anymore. I think hopefully the name property is we don't need it. I don't think I do. Let me try removing that. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back to our command prompt. Let's go to repositories, GitHub, Delver. Let's find our mods folder. Let's make a junction. I want it to point to Joshua, repositories, GitHub, Delver, example mod / character story pack, and then there should just be / character story pack. Did I get that backwards? I did. I got it backwards. Cool. So now let's fire up and see if the mod works. You know, a lot of this work is just to try to, because we've had the mod system in Delver for quite some time, and we are just trying to get trying to port that over to work with. These are uniques, okay. To work with Steam Workshop and trying to make sure that it is a nice integration. And again, thank you to Javier and Chris and Louis Carl and Dakota and Elias and all the folks who have helped us test this out so far. If I've forgotten your name, I apologize. I do appreciate your support and your help. I hit the wrong button. Uniques. So they did not load. They're loading mod files, so it doesn't like base mods on a sword. Because a sword is a weapon. A weapon has a base mods. This should be correct. Cool. I wish you knew why, because I'm pretty sure if I change them all back as prefix enchantments, they should work. I always erase my game, so I just make sure I have fresh data. In case you folks wonder. Yeah, so this loads up just fine, which is a little obnoxious. So I'm just really curious why the base mods isn't working then. I mean, they literally are the base mods, and then we have a prefix enchantment, which is also an item modification, but at the entity level. Obnoxious. Yeah. So apparently it does not like the base mods property. So base mods is just an item. So this prefix enchantment and this enchantment, they are just simply item mods, which is exactly what base mods is. They're both public visibility. So where might this be happening? So I know Chad recently added the base mods to weapons. They used to only exist on armor, if I remember correctly. And it looks like the implementation is probably exactly the same, to be honest with you. That's just item modification, so it should work the same way. If I look at, yeah, here's the, and we should have base mods here. Yeah, move speed -1. So maybe that's it. If I could just simplify the JSON around that, let me try that. I mean, but it is the I don't recall what was obnoxious, unfortunately. Probably me just lamenting how these systems are not playing like they should. It's still failing to load. I think that's what I want. Let me make sure that's actually getting serialized. That's probably where it's dying. Oh my goodness. Okay. Erase and plate. Okay, so this is just the stock Delver items. So let's go back here. F9. This is the character story pack. Cool. So if it exists, okay, so we're going to serialize it, and it fails. So from JSON, all that, yeah, that just tries to pull it in from JSON. Am I just goofing that up? No, it's good JSON. Okay. Where am I at on my call stack? It's exception. Error reading file. Character story pack. Field not found base mods on items.decoration. Why is it thinking it's a decoration item? That is super weird. These classes are not decorations. Okay. Oh yeah. I bet you the book's a decoration object. You're totally correct. So then the best thing to do, it's weird. I guess, yeah, that's correct. So we can just make that that piece of armor and call it a day. Oh, thanks for the help. I appreciate that, Javier. Cool. So let's just look at this. Actually, let's just look at let's just make it a shield. So it's just armor. Varntex says, I don't know programming, tried it once, but it wasn't for me. Enjoy watching. It's interesting that folks enjoy watching programming. Um, more power to you. I appreciate the company. I mean, it is problem solving, which is what I find appealing about it. I'm also let's make sure that we have this hooked up correctly. Armor type is item type is armor. Equip look is offhand. That should be okay. Armor type is armor. Make sure we have equip look. Oh, 3D modeling is also fun too. Yeah, I enjoy both art and programming, so I am very fortunate to be on a project that I can do both. So now let's try this out. Cool. So okay. Uniques. There we go. Sweet. Got ourselves a wizard hat. There we go. It's a unique wizard hat too. Boom. Nice. Yep. No, I mean, knowing a little bit of all disciplines is certainly helpful. Cool. So this has been updated. Nice. So let's make a. Oh man. I need to make a preview for this. Uh-oh. Looks like I have company. Or a dog. Looks like swim class got out early today. Here, let me just wrap things up, folks. I've been going 3 hours. I'd like to spend some time with my family. But we've got some good stuff done today. Let me go ahead and commit these changes. Changes. Yeah, so converted prefix enchant to base mod. This is probably a better thing to do. Commit and sync. Yeah, yeah. Fortunately, he doesn't quite walk yet. He crawls. He's pretty darn cute though. Okay, so I will keep working on this my character example pack. I will get a piece of cover art for that done, and I will get it uploaded. Hopefully sometime this week. So I want to thank everybody for supporting me, both financially by buying Delver. That definitely helps keep the lights on, foods in our belly. Also for watching my stream and just encouraging me. I appreciate that. I look forward to every Sunday stream. I stream every Sunday, usually from noon till about, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, however much time I have. It's my regular stream. I'm here every Sunday, so I hope to see you next Sunday. Yeah, have a good week, folks, and hopefully by then this update will be out. We've got a lot done this stream, so take care, and I'll see you next Sunday.